Alrighty, we're good.
As the day continues on, Orlain, Relyn, Aurelia, Dein, and the buddy, Cece, all kind of vibe in the camp as Tryphon kind of walked off during after getting a call from Titus and volunteering themselves to essentially go do a quick errand. We're going to pick up, I'll say this is about hour 1.5 of Rook being gone. As he did say it would take about 2-3 hours of him being gone to go set up what he would set up the travel locale. Basically, the travel route. I couldn't remember route, my bad. But as you all kind of still getting ready and interacting as best you can, Tryphon comes back in. Where we pick up.
Yeah, no, he's just wandering in.
I feel like Tryphon's coming back to an argument. That's just a feeling I get.
Who's arguing and about what?
Considering from the doorway you can hear Orlain trying to defend himself against Aurelia.
Oh.
For what?
Remember what Orlain said about Aurelia being like kind of standoffish but means well? Apparently there was more to that statement.
Oof.
And Orlain's getting the brunt of it.
Yeah, no, Tryphon just sort of wanders over, just like, wait, what did I miss?
So that you missed anything. It's just that I may have said something wrong twice.
Impressive.
I know it rarely happens now, doesn't it? Now, and he like turns away from you for a second, and like literally just for a second to go, Aurelia, where have you been? Like turns back to you. Just, you go.
And he does give a shrug and just, well, you remember the call that I got before I left, yeah? From well, it said it was from Derek. It was, in fact, not from Derek.
All right.
It was from Titus. He needed someone to set up a relay thing to help with the signal up here.
All right.
I've also might have found something out.
He doesn't say all right this time, but you can practically hear the go on.
Okay, so the relay ended up needing to be set up. You remember the tree where we found Ozzy, yeah?
Vaguely. It's been a bit.
And he does gesture towards the front where you guys could just past the gate can probably see that the sled was out there. It's just like, well, I found some more wormwood. And the door to the building there, well, I probably should not have touched it.
Oh, are we learning actions have consequences in your couple of weeks of arrival?
Okay, first and foremost, I already knew that.
And how did we
I
learn
just,
this time?
by having someone yell at me and yeet me out of some sort of vision.
Who?
It was Jack's voice, so.
Orlain doesn't seem to give a response to that, at least emotionally wise. Well, welcome to the club. He likes to do that.
Hold up. What do you mean, welcome to the club?
Some of us are his favorite little chew toys. And just
Oh,
makes a
joy.
gesture of like open palm towards the sky, that kind of like shrug.
Tryphon just looks like he's reconsidering all of his life choices right now.
I have a question for Tryphon, or rather
Yeah?
the player.
What's up?
Do you remember which hand I said is Orlain's dominant hand?
Wasn't it? I want to say the left.
You're right. He used his left hand where the claws should be.
And Tryphon, with his fucking 21 passive perception, just sort of blinks as he notices that and just sort of squints. Hey, Orlain,
Aye.
did you have claws before?
I know my nails are always on point, but no claws. I definitely need to roll for deception for that.
No shit, though.
There's
You
not a
rolled.
chance in hell.
Yes,
Do
it
what
has.
you need to do.
Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll.
Uh, 15.
His passive insight is 16. Should I just roll my insight instead, or?
I'd say you pass this DC setting, so no, you're good.
Okay, so yeah, that's a 16. Tryphon is just staring at Orlain right now, like, huh. Yeah, no, I very clearly remember. And he gestures to Orlain's left hand.
You remember my hand?
No, the claws.
Yes.
Or they're not there.
Correct. I seem to be a. And he clicks his tongue. He doesn't like the word choice he's using next, but he says it anyway. Malfunctioning? It'll be fixed by the time Rook gets back, I'm sure.
Okay, like, did this happened while I was gone?
More or less. Shortly after you left.
Are you at least doing all right?
He just kind of does a little, like, sniff or sniffle. He goes, yeah, I think I'm alright.
There's a nod from Tryphon as he fidgets for a moment before he's just like, just don't forget that we've got your back, all right?
He doesn't say anything.
I
But
need.
Hmm?
You can go ahead and finish what you're saying. I'll reply afterwards.
Orlain does start to head over to Aurelia.
Tryphon, low-key suffering. Just how do people do this?
I'm gonna plug this in real quick. Relyn, after this little exchange, kind of walks up to Tryphon. For starters, welcome back. And for enders, who is this Jack fellow?
He's. How much would Tryphon know about Jack?
Stranger danger meets. Ooh, that's an Amber Alert away from a bad time.
I'm
You
sorry. Did you
also-
say that's it? Did you say that's an Amber Alert? What?
That's an Amber Alert away from a bad time.
You also read
Essentially-
a journal.
That is true.
So, you would know that Jack, depending on what you've read of the journal, because I don't remember off the top of my head how much you read of the journal. Did you read everything from the journal?
I believe so. Yeah, I remember saying something about that, or at least as much of the journal as Orlain would allow him.
How much of the journal would Orlain have allowed him at that moment?
Back then, he had no reason to hide anything. If anything, he was trying to gain as many allies as possible. So, as much as they deemed fit before they got uncomfortable.
Oh.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
Oh.
roll me a con check real quick.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Okay. It's a check, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
And we'll say it's been a couple days. Yeah, couple days since you read the book. Maybe a couple
Yeah.
weeks.
Probably at least maybe a week at most since the last time he would have read it.
Okay.
Also, that was a 13.
Yeah, I saw it. Through days of reading, Orlain is very good with penmanship and poetic sentences. Through on and off days of reading, you would have gotten the relatively blunt version of Jack, which is dangerous. He's not a good person.
Yeah.
He doesn't lie. And he's not an enemy, but he is. He's
And
not to be trusted, but he will never lead you astray unless he has an angle. He is unsafe now.
Tryphon will, after a moment of thinking, he'll tell Raylan just that. He's dangerous. Not so. Whatever happens, you do not trust him. Because he's the kind of dangerous that doesn't lie.
You know what he looks like, perchance?
You do.
I do?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Tryphon
Mhm.
nods.
You
He
did.
just nods at that.
You do. You have the fresh image of it too, because remember, he looked in a mirror during the one-on-one.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
unfortunately, get lost, goat boy.
He nods and frowns when Raylan asks if he knows. It's just like, a little too freshly right now, but his thing is pink, apparently.
Relyn's eyes kind of dilated that. It seems you and Orlain are not alone in the Vision Club. Back in the cave, the scry orb that I still have a piece of, he managed to hijack it?
Hmm. So you've seen him too?
She'll nod at that.
Like I said, he's He is dangerous. You don't want his attention. I guess that might be a little late for both of us.
She'll nod again.
He'll reach over and pat her on the shoulder. Just, at least we're in this together.
There is some solace in this, yes.
Kind of pulling away from that for a moment before we get to Aurelia and Orlain. Dein, what are you doing?
I guess currently finishing up the concoction that he was making earlier of just throwing everything he can find that he knows he likes into a pot and just like stirring.
Give me a survival check. Disadvantage.
You said an advantage?
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Okay.
You don't get advantage for creating monstrosities. No.
That's fair. Alright. Where's the dice? There are the dice. I want my wooden dice. Right. Plus or minuses, disadvantage. There we go. That would be 6.
It looks edible.
Good.
As you hear "ugh" from behind you, just over your shoulder, and for once, Gade's pit crew is accurate to the facial reaction.
Nowadays,
General fear and disgust. What are you doing?
making
That's
something to eat.
Why are you doing it like that? Got you. You're raising your poison resistance.
Is there something wrong?
You ever see somebody's face when they mistake someone of heavier weight for being pregnant? You just want. If you do know what that face, that's what Gade's face drops to. No, not at all. Not at all. So what'd you make? It looks good.
Some
Good?
basic
Yeah.
stew. Nothing adverse.
Yes.
It should be ready here soon if you want some.
I'm full. I had bread.
I understand. Is something the matter, Gada?
No, just checking on all you guys. You've been there for me for most of my check-ins, so.
Mm-hmm. Well, I am doing well. And from the smell of this, it's going to be a very good stew.
Are we gonna be able to eat it? I mean,
It's free for
Looks-
everyone. I was
yeah,
making it
just
mainly for just me, though.
Rook's coming soon though. Isn't he gonna come pick us up? We're gonna go to a teleport point.
Was Tryphon going over to help him, or was that... I did not pick up on it. Do you know?
Nah, Tryphon apparently went for apparently someone using Derek's number called him and asked him to help set up a relay for Titus. I think it was.
Oh, Titus, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I have no idea.
And he ran into a figure that kind of uneased him, and him and Tryphon and Relyn were kind of having a private conversation. So I walked over here.
Understandable.
Tryphon and Relyn, not Aurelia.
I'm good.
We knew what he meant.
I'm standing now. But no, yeah, Tryphon and Waylon were talking emotions, and that's not my current thing.
You know, if you ever require assistance with that, I am available.
Yeah, I know. Uh,
Yes?
we're going to Rook's base today, yeah?
That is the alleged plan. Yes.
You don't mind if I come with you? Or would it be better if I stuck around here?
I'd inquire to Aurelia about that. I would have no problem having you tag along. But I believe she has a better understanding of your capabilities. So I'd rather you ask her.
Gotcha. I'll ask her in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Relly and Orlain are having a conversation, and that feels weird interrupting them when they're having one. You know?
Mm-hmm. Is there any specific reason you want to travel, or just you want
The
to come
Morphlins.
along?
They're
Say that
me.
again?
The Morphlins. They're me. They look like me. Maybe if I
Dane
go
just
with
kind
y'all,
of nods contemplatively, just like,
if I go with y'all, I can find out if I'm the original. If I'm not, then I'll go from there. But no, and waiting makes me antsy.
Is being the original important?
No idea. I don't know if I'm the original or not.
Is it important to you, though?
He leans against the counter, and he summons his gauntlet, kind of closing his fist. He goes, "Yeah, I need to know if I'm worthy or if I'm just a copy of someone who is."
Okay. So, what would be the information that you're not due to you?
I don't know. I wish I could say, but I don't know. But if I'd never know, then it'll eat me much worse.
You need to know the truth regardless. I'll put my token in on... I would want you to come along. I can understand that pursuit of an answer. But you do need to think about it before you find it. Finding an answer without proper consideration can be harmful.
Yeah.
It's up to you, though. Information is information. It is not inherently bad or good. It's how you look at it. And no matter what that answer does turn out to be, do you want my opinion on the matter?
I didn't come here to trade recipes. Sorry. God,
Understandable.
precious.
I find it's not important. Or I would like to believe it's not important. Because even if you're a copy, you still have a different perspective than the original. You're still different from the original. So, you have your own betters, and you have your own faults. And that's what makes that you.
He nods, kind of contemplating all you've said.
Dane's gonna
Wrong.
start, like, what was it, dishing out the soup he's made and just kind of, like, gently sipping on it.
Roll me a con save. Because, my guy, you did in fact make poison. I'm gonna go ahead and let you know that right the fuck now. You made, well, depending on this con roll, either low or high type of poison.
Let's see. So I have a +4. Ooh, that's pretty good. My constitution comes to save me again.
Real quick, because that is actually a thing you. It is not. What'd you roll, by the way?
I roll a 23.
Damn, you're fine. Tryphon, the reason you rolled a con check is because, as I've described so often, Jack and Orlain is, I feel, would probably note down Jack very practically and not beat around the bush of what he's done. Yeah?
Orlain
Orlain.
is the equivalent of I am my race, which is going to be poetic and have a lot of things to say. About Jack, there are very few but poignant things to say.
So, with very few and poignant things to say, and after just seeing him in your one-on-one, it's con because it's like, God, he gives you the fucking heebie-jeebies. And like a physical version of the heebie-jeebies. What the fuck, Dane?
Anyways, so
Morph
basically,
coded.
what I'm hearing is that if I had failed the con check, he
You
would
would have
have
remembered
been
everything. You just would have felt a little bit queasy.
okay. But I managed to pass it, so it's just like, well, that just happened.
Yeah. Yeah, you were
Anyways.
able to depict it very clearly, but you didn't suffer from recounting graphics.
At least for that specifically.
Yeah. Dane, son of a bitch.
I'm guessing
Add a
it
minor
tastes
health
spicy.
potion to just your inventory. Add a minor health potion to just your inventory. Anyone else that has this has to make a con check to see if it's a health potion or poison. Surprise alchemy.
I adore this. You said a minor health potion?
Yeah. minor health potion. Yeah.
That's
Just-
Russian roulette with
this is
liquid,
good
my
soup.
guy.
Am I gonna get liquid or am I gonna get chunks? We'll find out. It's not even that's not even like a curdled joke. That's you actually put chunks in that bitch.
Yep.
And now we move. Now we move to Aurelia and Orlain's talk.
While that is all happening, Orlain does step over relatively quietly, even for the snow on the ground. And just I don't think, unless you're sitting down, Aurelia doesn't have to kneel down.
I think she is sitting, so yep, come join her down on the ground, Orlain.
Well, he's not sitting on the ground. He likes his outfit, thank you.
Two ass on the ground.
No. Unless CC is deliberately tugging him down, and then he might relent.
I have no control over CC in this instance.
What is CC doing about this, having seen Orlain so close again after so long?
Big old eyes.
Just while knelt down to practically, eye level at this point, and just, well, hello to you too.
Big old eyes.
Reaches over, pet pat pot.
Yes, affection the baby. Good.
Even better for the baby, as the other hand reaches out and pokes you in the forehead. For what it's worth, Aurelia, I meant no harm by it. We all can be a little faulty. I think that's what makes us good at what we do. After all,
Even
we've
if you
had
meant no harm, it still hurt, Orlain.
I'm aware of that. And he does set his hand on your shoulder, Aurelia, and even for one of infernal resistance, he's hotter than normal.
Warm.
Which is probably actually a thing you're relying on of like leaning into because it's cold out and you are trying to stay warm.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
So he just keeps his hand there and goes, I do apologize if I upset you in any manner. I was trying to prove a point of we all have our downsides. That probably still came out wrong. For what it's worth, I do find your stubbornness quite cute.
Thank you, I think.
It's better than being a pushover. And kind of caught a grin.
Fair enough, fair enough.
But being a pushover has its own cuteness. But, regardless. How are you feeling for the task coming up?
It is what it is. It's,
No, I don't. He seems a little frustrated.
What do you mean?
Do you ever think about it? Just how this is fucked?
Well, yes and no, because I figured that was obvious.
No. I don't mean what we are doing, but how it doesn't seem to matter what we do in the long run. Like, yeah, sure, we can win. But what's the fucking cost? And he takes his hand back. He goes to stand up. Sorry, that was a bit of an outburst.
I mean, there's going to be a cost either way. It's just which cost is going to be worse if we do something or if we do nothing.
I don't plan to do nothing, so. And he turns and starts to walk away. I don't believe I've ever shown you how I am when I'm angry. And I don't want to, but I. And he kind of stops right here, back turned to Aurelia. Don't tell Tryphon, he'll blame himself. But after our spa, I think something broke. In me.
What do you mean?
I'm sure after the call out from Tryphon, you've noticed. I don't have my claws. I can't summon my weapon.
Did you accidentally connect to another weapon?
I doubt it. I don't think I feel anything. I just feel angry. I don't want that to reflect on my ability to cooperate and act as a team, you know? But I don't think I have a choice. He just sounds. He doesn't even sound sad, he just sounds angrier. My best bet is trying for my damnedest to not let Rook notice.
Good luck.
Yes, he is my cousin, so yes. I'm sure I can find some card to pull that I don't understand the meaning of. He's already pulled 2 of them on me. I deserve one, right?
I mean, I suppose. I don't really understand what you're talking about here, but yeah.
Family stuff. I suppose you wouldn't remember to understand. And walks away.
Yeah. Sitting with the baby now.
As you begin to walk away, Orlain,
Mm-hmm.
give me a wisdom save, please.
I'm gonna send you something.
Alright. Alright.
Alright. $26.
26. You hear it crystal fucking clear. Champion. Champion.
Remember what I sent in Orlain's notes?
Huh? One more time, bud?
That happens literally. Just that no, I've done this before. He just starts fucking
Champion.
looking around.
Champion.
Okay. This is another. Oh, good, great, wonderful. Not having another one of these episodes again. Bad timing, brain. Bad timing.
Champion.
I have to admit, this is a
Heed
peculiar
me.
one.
Heed me.
And he just looks around again, literally just like, what the hell? What? Hey? God? Like energy.
Yeah, I get you.
Same shit you pull when I say dumb shit.
Oh, absolutely. So, do you say God out loud?
I feel like it's more of a, can I help you?
I hope so.
That's depressing. What do you need?
Are you ready?
For?
Trial. Trial.
Another one?
No. Not one you have done before. Not one you will do again.
Ominous. I have a feeling this isn't a hallucination.
Are you ready?
He sighs. Yeah, sure.
Orlain,
Yeah.
do you mean that?
He sounds reluctant, but he's mostly tired. Tired and angry. And not violent, but that sort of violence that only comes with being tired for so long. But yes, he does mean it.
Not yet. You need more.
And you no longer hear the voice?
And just literally without thinking, just goes, the fuck? You can't just say shit and just what the fuck?
Tryphon is
You
definitely
all-
now looking over at Orlain, just like, huh?
Yeah, you all hear this outburst.
Orlain?
Fucking jumps. Fucking literally like seeing the rat at the Walmart store just hi, yes?
Just took a fucking sip, you whore.
Are you good over there?
No. Oh, you mean Orlain.
Yeah. I don't give a shit about you.
Bitch!
Yeah, fuck you, bitch.
Hey, why don't you all roll some new characters, motherfucker?
Alright, I have the backup.
Shit!
Still, Tryphon is staring at Orlain with, like, it's not a particularly negative look, but it is obviously one of concern because it's just like you just started yelling all of a sudden.
Yes. Because I'm pretty sure I just had a hallucinatory episode again. A weird one, but yes.
How is it weird?
I'm sure I'll figure it out.
Okay.
There's nothing to be concerned by.
You started yelling. without any warning for the rest of us.
Yes, I do that often. Looks away and starts to walk.
Right? He's just like, no, you don't.
Orlain, who are you talking to?
No one! Myself! What does it matter? You look
Dein just,
frustrated.
yeah, it's just eyebrow raise. You need anything?
No. Keeps walking. Just the sniff. Keep walking.
Tryphon just turning to Relyn, just like, I'm not the only one getting concerned, am I?
You turn to see Relyn almost mimicking Dane's expression with the eyebrow raise, except she has a slight smirk on her face.
And something funny.
She thinks for a second. There's a saying I heard a lot growing up. When a good man goes to war, hell itself will rise against them.
Hmm.
I think our Orlain might be on the warpath.
Yeah, no, I'm getting that feeling too.
Then to hell with ride. And she just walks over to Dane to go get
To
some
be
soup.
fair, I don't think we have much of a choice. He just calls that out after her.
She does not acknowledge it.
Hey, Dane. A question for you.
Proceed.
Was your passive perception better?
It's jack shit because I'm not a monk anymore.
What's your passive perception better?
Unlucky 13.
Hey, DM, I'm gonna send you a question.
All right.
Tryphon's just going to wander over to the tree now.
Fucked up the quote. I thought of a better one. Oh well.
Okay. Go for it.
Now you know what? You describe it. I want to see how people react.
Dang. Now we'll ask this of also Relyn, because you are right by Dane. What's your passive perception? I know
Well-
Dane's is 13.
Just one less than his.
One less?
Oof.
Just
Yeah.
you
Unfortunate.
You just meet it.
Oh, good.
Oh.
You know what the signs to look for are. So none of what I'm about to describe comes as much of a surprise outside of the general, "Oh, I didn't know that was a thing," surprise. Dane,
Mm-hmm.
you follow Orlain, and you catch the moments of when the crunch of snow no longer becomes apparent. That gorgeous violet fading, replaced by an orange hue, slowly but surely, as it begins to crawl up along Orlain's locks. You catch the small wave of heat coming off of Orlain. The fact that his footsteps are now hitting old ground before they hit the snow. Orlain is changing seasons.
Hmm.
What do you do? If you do something. If not, please describe it all.
I think Dane will watch as much as they can, and they're not hiding that they're watching, just looking for anything that will very obviously look like it's going to be a stupid decision from Orlain. Looking for something to possibly prevent.
Orlain.
Yeah.
Orlain. Is there any portion that needs to be described over others?
So this is gonna sound really weird, but does anybody remember that one Tumblr post that was like, it's my blank and I get to choose what to do, but it's Link holding Eddie thing in his hands about to throw it?
Yes, vaguely.
Orlain has fully picked up a full barrel and is about to like fully just throw it. Like I feel like Dane can fucking see that. Like it's not hard to see. He's not quiet about it. He's just it's the odd thing is that Dane would have remembered him having difficulty before this, picking up these heavy box barrels with things in them. Even if it was light, he would either fake struggling or genuinely struggle.
Hey, DM.
Yes, but
How heavy are those barrels?
those are the food ration barrels, so they're filled to the brim with like apples and shit. So a
Mm-hmm.
good heft.
Is there a specific number on that?
Not one I can think of off the top of my head, sadly.
Would it
Barrel
be
full of
enough?
apples?
Hold on. What was that?
Sorry. You said barrel full of apples?
Yes.
They're gonna throw it, I was gonna ask. So this is kind of complex magical maneuver. So
Alright.
for the spell catapult to work, it has to first theoretically stop the object to then throw it in a certain direction. Or apply force in a certain direction.
This barrel's gonna be way too heavy for catapult to even touch it.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, just small barrel full of apples, you're looking at a good solid 20 pounds, and if it's a medium to large size barrel, anywhere upwards of like 70.
You got the heft of a medium barrel.
So we have to
Yeah,
give or
like
take
60
70 pounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I
Alright.
don't think a ninth level catapult could touch that.
Then let me check something before I continue, because I think...
What is she gonna throw it at? Or what does it look like she's aiming for?
He.
What?
He, Orlain's dude.
Oh, my bad.
I know,
Okay, sorry.
impressive, right?
Leave him alone.
Look,
That's
with
still my
knockers
favorite
like
quote.
those,
Yeah, he's got huge mahangaladongas. Leave him alone.
Good for him.
anyway, where is he looking to throw it?
Give me an insight.
She's not amazing at that, but she's not bad. Insight, yeah. +2.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 5, my dude.
It's
Somewhere.
Wednesday, my guys.
I think that's enough. Relyn is going to full dash movement, which is more than enough, to attempt to stop this physically. How, she doesn't know, nor does she care. Probably involves tackling.
Okay, so that's 25. Okay. I think I am reading my shit correctly. I am going to, or Dein is going to start to fly, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
And so can I say before this happened, Dein infused his armor?
Sure, you had enough time.
Okay, so I'm gonna add Armor of Magical Strength to my armor.
Okay.
So basically I can add my intelligence modifier to a strength check that I can make. So I currently have +6 to all strength checks. And
Alright.
he is going to fly over. And basically, as Orlain throws it somewhere, he's just going to try and catch it. While he sees that Relyn is going to stop Orlain actual.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, I've decided Relyn is going to get down Mr. President into Orlain. Just full shoulder check. Small of the back is the plan.
So who gets to him first is the question there.
Who has the higher dex?
I have a +1 to dex.
I have 16 decks, so +3.
It is Relyn who gets to Orlain first.
Relyn, speed barbarian.
Mm-hmm. So I think the more noticeable thing is that Relyn, you know he's one hell of a dexterous motherfucker, and he has hearing better than he has sight. So
That's
the
why
fact
Dein start flying.
that he doesn't move before you shoulder check him is telling of his current state.
Relyn also does have really good stealth for her race abilities. But yes, I understand the point here.
Mm-hmm.
That thought crosses her mind about the same second her shoulder meets Orlain's back. Do I roll strength for this, I assume?
Yeah, go for it.
Cool. Check or save?
Check.
Yeah, I'm better with saves. $15.
All right. Orlain, do you oppose this?
I think in this instance, he does.
You can give me an opposing strength check.
Nope. 8.
You intend
Let's
to
tell their
oppose.
story.
Yeah, you intend to oppose until. Hey, is that a ball? Phew! You feel all your body, the core of your person, kind of go to the left before your head even moves. And it's just a to the whatever side Relyn is taking.
Relyn came from this direction. She is like, she should be here then. She's shoulder checking Orlain like down over here ish.
All right.
Because I assume this is the barrel Orlain is holding, and therefore there's open space there now.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay,
All
so
right.
Dein should be over here then if he's going for the barrel.
This is some cartoon ass shit. Just Orlain gets absolutely shoulder checked. The barrel floats in midair. Will Dein catch it?
We will see.
Go ahead and make me sleight of hand.
That's a sleight of hand?
That's
Yeah.
dex based.
Because you're trying to catch something. Is that not sleight of hand?
I mean, I guess
Wishy-washy,
that's
but
fair.
yeah.
I was hoping I could use athletics. Because just like
Describe to me how you would use athletics.
fly up to it, grab it with both hands, and just like physically hold on to it.
All right. So you're
Basically,
you
Dane's
holding it-
kind of running like chest first into this, and then bear hugging the barrel to try and keep it from like falling down and crashing and breaking.
okay. So you're just tackling the barrel.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and give me athletics.
Okay, awesome. So that's a +9.
Go fuck
Holy
yourself,
shit.
asshole.
Yeah, because I'm able to add my intelligence modifier, and I already have a
This is
+6
some
to my
ca-
athletics.
This is some
Shadow
Cade level
Realm.
bullshit.
You know what? Just for that, Shadow Realm.
Oh no. He rolled a 22.
Yeah, I saw the 22.
Yeah.
Indeed, but still, Shadow Realm. Have you learned your lesson?
I mean,
Never.
it's gonna be +9 for the rest of the session.
All right. Okay. I will continue to shake you then like a rat. No.
Rat Shaker, the video game.
Yes. God, I want to get that
Hashtag
game.
non-spawn.
because I want to get that game and hire someone to mod in an Orlain mod.
No, that's just Jag.
You gotta make it a
didn't
wet
stutter.
cat or lane too.
Just after shaking it. Who put cat ears on me?
it. I have to get in character.
Hate that fucker.
Lane is angry. Stop making the player happy.
I need you all to shut
But yeah,
up.
and then after catching the barrel, because I'm pretty sure he catches it with a 22.
Yeah.
Just gonna gently float down and put it like over here-ish. Just in this open area. And then what was it? Go back over to Orlain and Relyn to see what the mess in the snow is going to be.
Well, first off, what snow?
There is no more snow.
Hell.
So
There is only-
Orlain is down on both knees and one arm, the other one pushing himself to a stand. And even with his back to you guys, the fact that there is suddenly no snow, but the heat coming off of him is intense. It is hard to be near him.
Hearth buddy.
Can you say anything to Orlain? Let me clarify to you two. Can you say anything to Orlain?
Orlain.
I didn't say anything.
Relyn wants to say something, but I don't want to be a hypocrite later.
Do it.
Inter-party conflict is fun.
Unless you think it's going to be real bad.
No, it's not. It's not like demeaning or anything. It's just she's going to be proven. She's going to be proven hypocrite later. Anyway. There are times for outbursts, Orlain. This among friends and among life
Outburst!
sustaining. Okay. That was an okay from me. Relyn continues. Near life sustaining equipment is not a good idea.
You stink. Coming from you.
Orlain,
Yeah.
give me another wisdom check. Actually, wisdom save. My bad. I remembered it. Mm-hmm.
27.
Damn.
Dein and Relyn. You are in close enough proximity, you both hear this voice. Now you are ready. And Orlain's gone.
I'm sorry, what?
Relyn, you hit the ground. Orlain's gone.
This happened post shoulder check. She's already stood up.
Oh, then yeah, no, you and Dein both watch like a Dragon Ball Z abridged pop moment, just gone. A little bit more flashy than that, though. Give me an Arcana check, both of you.
Can Dane cast see invisibility instead?
Absolutely.
Relyn doesn't have spells. Or does she want them? Yeah.
Alright, so yeah. He casts see invisibility. Does he see anything?
No.
Relyn's got a 5. She is not rolling well on lots of counts.
And what else did you ask me to roll?
Arcana check.
Ooh, I'm good at those. I
Better
think.
be Mr.
Hopefully.
Artificer.
17.
Someone used a type of teleportation or gate spell you are not familiar with the level of.
A gate spell?
Yes. A teleportation or gate spell you are unfamiliar of the level. With the level of.
Ooh.
Yeah, like Dimension Door, sort of.
When you say someone, can I tell if it was Orlain that cast that, or if it was an exterior entity?
A 17 and the caster themselves, you can tell it was not Orlain.
Okay.
And with that, I'm
Relyn-
going.
Oh, sorry. Good.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Say what you gotta say.
Relyn kind of at this like very crucial moment. She kind of steps back again a couple more times.
All right.
And she breaks into a sprint and just starts running for the entrance of the camp. She needs to get the fuck away from whatever that was.
As you go to run off, something speaks to you. To all of you.
Fear not, he will return shortly.
Orlain,
Mm-hmm.
please put yourself right here, my friend.
Oh, where?
Right here where the spinning dot is. Boop, 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 boop.
Is it my previous token or the one I currently have?
Your previous one for the time being. All right. Orlain,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to close out, or at least minimize Discord for a quick second. So, Orlain, you feel cold, which is weird with all that burning energy you felt, but you feel like you're able to breathe. You feel cold, able to breathe, outside of, the what the fuck. You don't feel like you're in any sort of danger. And you hear a voice calling from afar.
Do try your best not to take all day. I've only got a 10-minute window.
I feel like I feel like the jarring sensation of being teleported kind of makes him mad. Because it's another, like, as far as he's concerned, that voice was another one of his hallucinations, and he's like, "Oh, come on, fuck off," kind of energy. So he just stands up.
You
Dusts himself
openly
off.
say fuck off.
I think it's a grumble, but he does say it, just to fuck off.
What if I could?
I think he does look up finally at that.
You, with your perception and your ability to see, you look up and you see probably one of the biggest torsos you've ever laid eyes on that wasn't draconic in nature.
Hey now. Be nice.
And you hear the voice again.
Again. Not all day.
He pinches the bridge of his nose and just, yeah, sure, might as well happen. And just, kind of, not cautiously. I don't think he has caution right now. I don't think it's a thing he has. He just walks forward.
No caution. You get closer and closer, and you realize the height of this individual, and much more. This gilded sort of point, I'll call it, pedestal, if you will, stands a knelt man, masculine figure, if a man, with ropes binding wrapped around an endless number of times around his arms, kept outstretched and kind of curled a little bit.
Apologies. I did need you at your angriest.
Care to explain, then?
Come closer and I will.
I think it's a mild hesitation at first because Jesus fucking Christ, why does he keep getting visions of doom and destruction all the time? Like in his mind, at least, in his angry state.
Quite the clouded mind you have.
No
If I could
thanks to half
relieve
the
you-
people I've met.
Yes, people are quite bullshit.
There's a snort.
I am luckily not a person. I am at Slain, a titan of the old world. I was once a kinder soul, much more gentle in approach. I apologize if I am brash, and if I anger you. But I see you have eyes upon you. I'd wish to relieve you of those eyes.
And what do you get out of it, huh? What does anybody ever get out of... He doesn't say it,
Well,
but it's the continuation of using me.
a moment's rest. I have been holding the moon together for quite some time.
Hmm? It's a literal noise of, like, for a second, his concentration on his anger triggers for, like, literally a split second, just, He's very much like his cousin in that regard.
The head nods behind you, like just motioning to look behind you. Do you do so?
I think he has the instinctive response of if he does so, he's going to fucking pitch a fit for a different reason. But also, he does. He's a knowledge-seeking individual. And he's open.
You see the map of Granvaria from a spatial point of view. The continents, the destroyed ones, the ones still kept together, Granvaria itself and all its islands.
Now I say again, if you would like to try a trial or, actually, what was it she said? Take your time to acquiesce yourself to the fact you were on the moon, probably.
That's not what you say, Relyn. That's not it. Absolutely not.
Over it.
fuck he'd say that, would he? God damn it. Rook, this is your fault. He turns back to face, Lan and just... So the moon's haunted?
There are ghosts upon this moon, yes. They do not come near me, as I am a Titan. I do not believe you have the time to explore.
No. What do you have for me?
He brings his arms closer together. You see those Titan muscles kind of do that instinctive flex as two ropes that you seem to be able to hold dangle in front of his pedestal.
Hold it together for but a moment.
There's a blank, but he does do so.
You grab onto the ropes.
Mm-hmm.
So as you grab onto these ropes, you are thrusted off the ground and met immediately with Slane's hand keeping you from smacking into him,
Gentle.
as he still has the ropes around his wrist, but he's no longer holding them.
I will release them soon. And you will have to hold this together for a moment. While
And you feel something begin to protrude from your chest.
reforge this broken thing.
And with a pinch of his fingers, he pulls out the king's greatsword.
So shiny. He always did like theatrics, you know?
Pardon?
Orlain,
Hmm?
I think he's a little confused, but annoyed still.
speak your mind. I am not a god. I do not have such biases against those who are honest.
Fuck is this?
You're going to hold the moon together. I'm going to give you a sword. Give you power. Remove the prying eyes that stare upon your group, so you may travel in protection, even when the sword is not equipped. Anything else?
No. Just the simple. Yep.
Then, as easily as you watch the arms begin to unfurl from the left hand, and you begin to feel that pull. Give me a strength save with advantage.
$21.
You tighten that grip as much as it can. You're tempted to even wrap it around your wrist, but that Slane tells you not to.
Once wrapped around, I will not be able to stop the weight in full. So, only hold it together for a moment.
And he lets to unfurl his other wrist, his right hand and wrist. Give me another strength save with advantage. We'll also clarify that Slane is giving you the help action every time you make one of these rolls. He's a very gentle man. You are about right here.
19.
Alright. You now stand on the pedestal, and the ropes go taut as you feel... Describe what it feels like for Orlain to hold the moon together as that Slain moves outside, rolling his shoulders.
I feel like for Orlain, Pain's an old friend. He knows well, Pain, that this isn't it. I think he does what he does best. He finds a center ground, a common ground between this and that. This isn't Pain. I don't think he feels quite that strongly towards it. But the common ground is that it's necessary. Maybe not in the instance that it helps him, but that it helps another person. So he sets himself properly, takes a breath, and holds. That sort of Herculean challenge, you know?
Yeah. You watch as Slain holds up your greatsword, the form of your greatsword, and however you were to describe it, snaps it in half. And then you watch as he begins to speak.
Long ago, many gods sat upon this moon, a hub to watch and grant all wishes, 2 of which I would have called my own gods.
As he scoops up this large stone of moon rock and puts it against the blade.
But calamity occurred. The bastard reached the moon. He killed all gods. But his power had limits. Only gods would fall. Only gods would die. Demigods and titans alike were not subject to his rage.
He continues to shape, kind of like a craftsman shapes pottery. This stone pushing out the blade and whatnot to the sword's hilt and guard.
I know what rage is. Rage is wanting to kill the bastard myself. Rage is wanting to let the moon fall upon that forsaken earth. But I do not. Do you know why, young elf?
He opens his eyes slightly, but it's a confused look.
He is the blackened eyes with bright sky blue irises staring back at you are quite literally the gentlest look you've gotten from anyone before.
Because someone asked me politely to have my dedication outweigh my anger.
He begins formatting the sword a bit more ambiguous.
They asked me, with only kindness, that instead of letting this palace of theirs fall apart, I keep it together for them, so that the mortals below would have a chance to thrive after this calamity has ended. And it will end. I know that much. For what side, I do not know.
One foot in, he kind of leans, stepping back into the building.
But my point, champion, do not throw away your rage. Do not acquit your vengeance of others for kindness. You serve only a dedication to yourself. And he sets the blade in the ground in front of the pedestal. For without dedication, rage is simply a weight that will drag you to the end of the abyss. And he grabs the ropes again from you. And he begins to hold them together as you feel the ground shake and the moon be brought back to its resting point. And you watch as he binds and wraps this rope around himself further. Until he returns to the knelt position on the pedestal, holding his dedication. Her name was Lune, if you're curious. Elven moon goddess. Orlain,
Mm-hmm.
you now stand before the knelt titan holding the moon together and a sword embedded before the pedestal. What do you do?
He thinks of Morik.
Do you try to draw the blade while thinking of Morik?
Mm-hmm.
It does not budge. Dedication to another is strong, but it can be extinguished. Remember, young champion, true dedication is one that can never be extinguished. Who do you fight for?
He doesn't. He looks confused for a second and just grins. I don't think you've been paying attention to me long enough.
No, I only knew you existed. But earlier today, I took a chance. In fact, I wish I had known you earlier.
Well, then let me tell you something about me then.
Of course.
My dedication, as it were. Not towards any one person. It's towards what they represent. Hope. Whether that's for some distant dawn that I don't get to see or a dawn that I do. That's not my choice to make. I fight to give them a chance, hope, for a better day.
The vengeance you hold, it will burn bright. But a blade not dedicated to yourself can never be drawn.
Well, what am I supposed to do about that? And he just kind of grins, a little lighter.
Would you like to know what Lune told me?
Sure.
Grow a big fucking pear and love yourself.
Yeah, you
Everyone
know
else-
what?
Everyone else can go fuck themselves. For you are the Titan at Slain, and you, little elf, are my champion.
Yeah, alright. Might as well. Not like
If
this
you
hasn't
don't
been
want-
drilled into my head already. The
Drilled
Titan's
in
saying
is
it. The Titan's saying it. I think I ought to do it, huh?
only if you're ready. And the blade will let you know when you are ready.
I think instead of his, like, normal, like, brash, headstrong, oh, I can do just about anything I put my mind to, he rests his hand on the grip first. He doesn't wait so much as he takes a breath. The similar breath that he took while holding the moon. He doesn't, it's not that he's not ready, or doesn't believe in it. It's that for a long time he was scared too. As if the love that he held for who he is could be taken from him as easily as anything else. But he tries to draw the sword.
What is the sword? Specifically, what does the moon ore take shape of as you draw your sword? Or would you like to keep that hidden until you return?
I think I'll keep it hidden.
When you draw your saber, your broadsword, your paladin's oath. And as it accepts itself into your body once more, at Slain looks at you.
Those eyes that stare upon you and pry into your private moments will do no longer without your permission. Oh, and one more thing. As wonderful as the moon is pale, it simply reflects the beam of the sun.
And you feel yourself being ripped away from this world again. With that kind of cackling. Please put your new token on this map. Wherever you would like.
Hey, Dein, buddy. How you feeling?
Please God, don't tell me I went to ASMR. Can't help it. That's at Slane's voice.
Hey, Dein. Terrible. This is a terrible way to lead into this again.
Yeah?
Blank die. I sure hope not.
Oh God. He did say he was tired. Do we need to pause?
No, I'm here. Sorry, I forgot I'm muted.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Yeah, I just said that he's hitting the thinking man pose at the moment on the barrel.
Well, you were.
Don't break an old man back.
You feel the kind of like warmth before you feel Orlain shove you into the snow, like a familiar old sight of in a temple long gone. Just the shove onto the ground.
Can Dein resist?
Yes, but I will say it was a fucking Titan magic teleport. It's at disadvantage because you were not expecting it.
Fair enough.
By the way, while you are making that roll, everyone in the camp, you hear, I told you. Back to where they were. God damn! Yeah,
You're-
no, story rolls. Dane's unaffected.
So instead, he's just leaning against you, and you can feel the grin, but it's not his normal one. It's toothy, even before you turn to face him, if you do. It's shark-like, even though he has no shark teeth. Miss me?
It's like a predator.
Yeah. And he just goes, miss me?
As always. I mean, just a gentle smile. It was getting a little bit cold.
No, we can't have that, no can we? Now where did Relyn run off to? I have to return a favor. And walks around you.
In what time frame has this whole thing been happening?
Not
think it was
even
like-
10 minutes.
Yeah, I was about to say at max 10 minutes, because that's what he said.
Yeah, maybe took about 5, 6.
Mm-hmm.
6 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. So at the voice, she skidded to a stop in the snow because that was why she was dashing, partially to get the fuck out, and partially because like she was scared, and partially because she was trying to go look for Orlain. In that 5 or 6 minutes, she's been pacing back and forth in front of the tents so much that the snow is worn down to like the ground underneath.
So just here's the like barely a shift in weight because he does not currently. Well, does he? Does he have his armor?
He does not currently have the armor.
Still
He has
weighs
not
like a
grabbed it from-
yeah.
He has not grabbed the armor from Tryphon, so...
Mm-hmm. So just that little minor shift in weight that is so acutely related to Orlain at this point because he's very. And then just the crunch followed by the kind of almost hiss of mouth as he just casually walks. Oi!
I would say for dramatizations, like she was currently pacing this direction, she stops, kind of turns around. Cocks her head to the side.
Immediately
Look.
goes to shoulder checker.
Son of a bitch. I'm not even gonna resist. She goes to say you look different, gets you look out, and then just gets pile drived into the snow.
With surprising strength, too! Into the ground.
Dane's just gonna follow up behind and just... I told you he'd be fine.
An owl could blush. That's what Relyn would be doing right now. Mostly out of embarrassment. For freaking the fuck out.
Now, if you don't mind, and stands up, offering a hand out to Relyn to help her up.
Which she will take.
If you don't mind, I have a couple of things I need to do before I scare the shit out of Rook. And just starts to walk. Pauses. Like, I wonder. There's no way in 10 minutes the absolute abomination of smells from the kitchen has faded.
Oh, absolutely
has-
not.
It has faded, actually. That is an open door concept. There's no doors in there. You guys have come in from all angles. That is a shed with a kitchen under it, Boy Scout style. You're good.
Yeah, but he can see the destruction. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pauses. Turns back to Dane with that expression of really.
Dane has a big old smile on his face.
We'll talk about that later.
Both
And
proud
so-
of Orlain and also after having a good warm meal in his eyes.
Odd. Anyway, keeps walking. Pops in front of Gade.
Stare. Yeah. That's not his voice. Yeah?
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Wanna spa sometime?
Sure. I have a request for you.
Mm-hmm.
Aurelia.
Aye.
You'll understand. And that's when he'll just go back to... You don't know where he got it, but Gade has a book.
Alright. Cryptic and ominous. Let's go with round 2. Tryphon. As he literally just saying that as he's walking.
Just going to Tryphon for round 2, huh?
Cryptic and ominous, or otherwise unhelpful. Round 2.
Yeah, no, when he approaches Tryphon, he's going to see Tryphon just sitting with his back to the tree and his eyes closed at the moment. But his head still tilts to the side a bit when he hears the footsteps from Orlain. So he's obviously not resting. Or asleep, at least.
Gets directly in his face. Like, you can feel the intense heat from either his hair or his general existence at the moment.
And for a few moments, Tryphon does not react until Orlain would see a frown cross his face as his eyes finally open. It's just like, you look different.
Yes. Comes part and parcel. I am an Eladrin. Unfortunately. And rolls his eyes.
Okay, hold on, I gotta double check. Had Orlain mentioned the whole Forsaken thing?
Not yet.
Yeah, no. So that gets a mildly confused look from Tryphon of... Interesting way to think of it.
Oh yeah, I need to update you on that and need to write this in my journal. Not right now though, I don't want to burn anything. Well, not burn my journals, I suppose is better term.
Have no issue burning me then.
No, you could use the heat. You're looking a little chilly. And laughs and leans away and starts to head off.
It's just like, well, I mean, in my defense, I am constantly walking basically barefoot in the snow.
Go talk to Dana.
Tryphon.
I mean, okay.
Tryphon.
Yeah.
Passive insight.
21, passive insight 16.
1 second. Just hold on. It's good. Just wait. Internet's definitely not fucking me over right now. Yep, definitely not happening.
Oh, because you're coming in loud and clear. Do you need me to say the passive insight again?
Yeah, go ahead and say it real quick.
16.
All right. $15. You see him. You see, and kind of fully, you like just barely catch Gade reaching for you to go actually lift you up and take you to Dane, because he's like, he heard you say, "It's hard walking around barefoot." Lift, my friend.
Tryphon just full turns, looks Gade in the eyes of, really?
No response. Relyn, you were making your way to Aurelia, yeah?
I clicked on the wrong thing while I was changing my background music, and I immediately got jump scared by the world revolving. If anybody knows the title of that trick,
Oh my god!
Oh dear.
that's just gonna be in the recording briefly.
Oh no. There's lawsuit
I
number
do
2.
I do gotta ask, does Gade pick Tryphon up anyways?
Probably.
Yeah,
But
Tryphon.
we're not going to focus on that one. It's just going to be one of those background things of, how did you get here? Gade? As a mode of transportation? Yes.
Girl,
But
help!
Gets his ass carried over.
you are heading to Orlain or Aurelia? Yeah?
Yep.
Aurelia. What are you and CC doing?
Sitting quietly right now.
You're sitting quietly by the teleporter waiting.
Yep. Definitely not annoyed by the turn of events. It's fine.
All right. I will say one quick thing. You have been repeatedly just on the cheek, full gentle, like a cat gently reaching out to catch onto like their owner's shirt, from CC just going pat 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 pat. And you are barred right now, yeah?
Yeah,
All right, cool.
the baby gets pets every time he pats her.
It's like a infinite pet loop. You pet him, he pets you in response of just like, you'll be okay, mother.
It's a good baby.
He is. You've raised him right.
Fucking hands on hips. Barely still like tall enough to have the upper hand in this manner, because I'm fucking 6 feet tall. Um, Even sitting down, I think Aurelia is still kind of tall.
Yeah.
So it's just like he's trying to look confident here, but in reality, he's just processing. He'll get there when Rook gets here, because then he gets to bully Rook.
We'll have the rook funny after you're sweet with your Goyle friend.
Aurelia,
Orlain.
I'm sorry.
For what?
All of it? Annoying you, hurting your feelings, making you feel lesser? I shouldn't have, and I did anyway, and it hurt you.
Oh. Thank you for apologizing.
Kneels down again, reaches out to CC with more of a gentleness this time instead of just immediately petting because he knows he's very, very warm.
And he's a feathered baby.
Yeah, it's not great. Just very, very gently offers a pat. I admit I haven't been the nicest to all of you recently. My anger got the better of me, especially now. And he kind of gestures to the entire red and orange theme he has going on.
I joked that you were copying me, but I don't really have any good ones.
Not even the basics? Really? After all the time you've listened to me and Jackie, you can't even come up with "you're pretty hot"?
See, no, that's just bad.
But it's still funny and true.
Yeah, but it's still bad.
Alright, then how about you smoke it?
That's
He grins.
terrible.
You're on fire?
Face in her hands, clearly trying not to laugh.
There it is. Wait, come on, let me see the smile.
No,
The-
I have to not laugh at the bad.
Am I burning too bright for you?
Absolutely terrible.
It will only get worse from here on out.
Oh no. Tragic. Whatever will I do? And she looks up and she is smiling now.
Is Cece actually just sniff, 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 sniff? While
Sniff,
he's
snarf.
trying to pet him.
Yes. You smell like space. You
Yeah?
smell like the moon haunted. He's sniffing. He's part owl.
Sniff schnorf.
So he's just gonna wait there for a second because he has a feeling that he's not allowed to move. So, I went to space.
Okay.
That's it. I went to space. Very
And I
pretty
wish
up there.
people would just stop taking party members without talking to the rest of us first, but
Well,
at least you
You-
came back.
well, yes. Of course I came back. I'd always come back for you. For the rest of them. All of us. I'm going to go. Stands up and starts to walk away.
Orlain, as you're leaving, the sniffing had stopped after that one. Even CC sees through your bullshit.
Yeah. Ooh. Orlain's gonna go.
If an owlbear cub could have eyebrows, they'd be the sassiest ones pointed towards Aurelia right now. Just the
Gotta
What
go.
are you looking at?
Gotta not be here. Bye. Gotta go.
You get a squawk and a chirp. The
Stairs.
sassiest- You don't understand him anymore. You're not a druid.
Yeah, hence just the stare of I can't understand you.
The stare back of you didn't teach me common. Fuck you. What are you supposed to stare at? They're an infant. They're like a puppy. They're a puppy with no thought process, but enough awareness to know, honey, I know when a rom-com's starting.
And just
Well, we've
Dane
established
dies. Good day.
CC understands. He
What?
just can't speak because he's an owl bear.
CC has hands? What? Who's CC boxing?
Yeah, that tracks.
Core monk there, buddy.
Father's a monk. Mama ain't a bitch to mess with. Let's go.
Mama ain't raising no bitch. No, it's no, it isn't. Daddy did raise a fool, but Mama ain't raising no bitch. So let's go.
Unhinged.
So, with that, sometimes does pass a little bit. I'm gonna talk through the laughter. Sometimes does pass a little bit, and Aurelia. Actually, real quick, Tryphon, Dane, do you guys want to do the shoe scene? Because I think that'd be very fun and cute.
The shoe scene?
Got a full-bodied carried Tryphon over to Dein.
And then fucked off back to his tree.
So for a few moments, Tryphon is just standing there with the look of contemplating his life choices again. That's been happening a lot today.
Dane's currently on his ass, probably on a crate, and just what was it? Filing down what looks to be a set of thieves' tools.
Motherfucker.
And Tryphon just stands there for a moment before he looks over at Dein and is just, I was told to talk to you about the whole, and he just sort of lifts up one of his legs to dangle his foot.
You want shoes? Or
Just something to keep the snow from bothering me. People don't think hooves can actually feel cold.
I'd have to say a covering, but I need to think about that.
Well, I think we've got time, so...
My initial thought was, well, like a leather or very thick cloth like kind of boot with a hard base, but I don't know how well you'd be able to balance in that.
I mean, as long as they don't go past my ankles, I should be fine. Or if there's a bend for my ankles.
Mm-hmm. There's very much going to be a classical, just warm outlook on it. I'm just trying to think of how to keep it comfortable for you. I was thinking of horseshoes that just have that basically just cover the base of the leg, but I was like,
I actually remember, I'm saying this out of character right now, and I hate that I'm going to be saying this on a recording. But a long time ago, I had read a furry comic.
okay. What? And there goes his drink across the room.
Oh look, you can see my dreams falling into. Oh, and help shatters as well.
I digress. In this comic, the way that they had done shoes was basically it would be like a thin base to not actually affect balance. And I think there was some styles that didn't have a base at all. It would leave, basically on Tryphon, it would leave the hoof the bottom of the hoof uncovered, but it would be like material wrapping around what counts as his foot, and then a little bit of what would of his calf.
So kind of like leg warmers.
So,
Kind
hey,
of, yeah.
real quick, I just Googled this. I looked up, do goats wear horseshoes? And I got sent to a world building site that says, would a satyr wear horseshoes? Short answer, no.
Yeah.
Because of how a horseshoe is by design made for the consistent single digit, it would hurt. It would basically be like stapling your toes together for warmth. So, no.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna say where I know that, but I do know that, and I was like, it's just not going to work if it was like a horseshoe based design. And so I was trying to think
Yeah.
of a better way to do it, but if it's based off of a hoof, that's gonna just destroy leather if it's put beneath the hoof. But
like Yufi, can my headphones stop, please? I know I have not been doing anything with them for a while. Come on. But yeah, so, something kind of like that, made with the wormwood, which Tryphon actually could point out. Just like I mean, I did find a lot of the wormwood from
okay.
what we found at the
Hmm.
lake. And he points again to the sled that's made out of it. Maybe we could do something with that.
Those are ox shoes. They're made for heavy oxes, and because oxes have a bipedal, a two-digit kind of hoof,
Yeah.
it essentially keeps the hooves together without being nailed shut. It's what that rope is for. You just untangle that rope, and it would be like laces.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's more the line I was starting to think along. It's just like have a very thick, even padded bottom with the wormwood, and kind of make it like my main idea with the wormwood was kind of like what was it? It's like those Japanese wooden shoes. I can't remember what they're called.
The sandals.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Not with like the what was it? It like in a T pattern, but just like based off of that, and that's kind of the quote unquote horseshoe aspect of it. And then that's
All
attached
right.
to the padded leather right beneath the actual hoof. And then it's tied on like that. So you
Yeah.
have like a bit half an inch taller. So it might be a little bit awkward to get used to, but that's something that could very well be made.
I mean, in the time that passes, though, it could be Tryphon just going through motions, walking, running, jumping, all that stuff to get adjusted to them.
Yeah, because that's not that difficult to make, especially with the full shed of wormwood you guys did. Is that what you two want to do for the remainder of time period?
Absolutely. Dane was
Sure.
gonna what was it? Probably Dane and Tryphon are probably just talking about this, and Dane is like drawing up a little bit of a sketch of what exactly both of them are kind of inputting to make.
Yeah, with Tryphon putting in his own input of that looks like it could be comfortable. We could try that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the main aspect is comfort and warmth. That's the big thing that Dane is going for. So
Alright.
yeah, definitely padded leather is the biggest part of that, and then also making the wooden what was it, shoe bottom replaceable for when it actually does get damaged, it can be replaced and still be comfortable.
Okay, so a two type kind of. Okay, so that would just be like 2-3 nails tops. Okay, cool.
Exactly, yeah.
Damn you, Nini. Why do I immediately practically, because I have a fucking history and education in electrician shit, I immediately have the schematic layout of how the fuck would this look like on a blueprint, And would it be easier to do it this way, and this way? And I have all the parts listed in my head now. Cool. Thanks, Nini. You've cursed me, and I hope Ren shows you this.
I was mainly thinking of a leather hoof cap, basically, and then it's
With the wormwood base being what's under. Like, is the leather between the wormwood and his hoof, or is the wormwood between the leather and his hoof?
it's covering the hoof.
It's covering
And
the hoof.
basically,
the-
there's a steel backing to it, and basically, what was it? That backing allows the leather to be bound to it, so it has a backing to it, and making it not just like completely, what was it, like just a completely free leather thing that be loose as hell on your foot, along with it being bound to that steel backing, and then there's either screws or nails in the bottom of it for the actual wooden wormwood at the bottom.
Okay.
So that would make it easily replaceable as well, because the wormwood I would practically assume might actually just wear out pretty easily if Tryphon is walking a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have an entire... I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, like, whenever no one's looking, Buddy walks up and eats the sled. Just that uncomfortable thing of, hey, where'd the sled go? Why do I hear
It-
ominous trills?
Just looking at Buddy, just like, did you eat the sled?
You get the, me? No, kind of beeps.
Will you at least give it
and
back
Rick-
when we need it?
Quick waddle away to Orlain. Speaking of Orlain and Gade have been training, I imagine. Non-weapon inclusive sparring? Yeah?
Yeah.
So it's just been, hey, you hit hard. Yes, I do. I hit fast. And it's just been that.
Yeah.
No actual damage done, just sort of like the point kind of buy thing. Like a body shot, that's a point for me. Headshot, 2 points. That sort of bit. Cool. That's a question mark, right? Cool.
I think it's more along the lines of like, oh god, laser tag? Like, yes, the still body shots and like all that, but it's like they actually have to think a little bit because they may have set up an actual ring in the snow. And Orlain's like trying to encapsulate his like exterior body heat so it doesn't instantly melt, but it's still like troublesome.
Alright.
So they still have quite a bit of the ring to hide behind and to, you know, utilize. And I think they've set this up pretty quickly because they're also like, I will get your ass as soon as I build this fort. Like they're kids. What's happening here?
Okay, cool. So it's more or less close enough that SpongeBob made my scent. Got it.
Yeah.
Just a... Orlain, I threw like 5 snowballs at once. Is that the Grim Reaper? As it's just disappear behind the wall. Gade with a snowball the size of a torso. Hey, that's cheating!
And it just fucking, it's the equivalent of like, you are, I feel like Gade is the only person in this camp currently, aside from Tryphon and maybe Aurelia, who would never do it. Like, they're black-coated. They know better than to get water in their hand when it's not covered or anything like that. Because it can fucking ruin anything you do to it.
Yeah.
So I feel like Gade is like, fucker, now you have to redo your hair, and he's just like, I will end your existence. I don't give a shit about Aurelia right now, motherfucker. She ain't included.
You try explaining froze to fucking your redneck cousin with straight hair. It's not fun, and you hit me twice. It's gonna devolve into an argument. So, Relyn, Aurelia, what are you guys doing? in this last little bit of time? You guys want to do anything, or you just killing time? Hello.
Aurelia's still muted.
I was waiting to see if Relyn was going to say anything, but there's not really anything to do here, so.
Incorrect.
Or at least nothing I
Yeah.
can think of.
Incorrect. You can bloop the snoop. It's right there in front of you.
Boop the snoop.
She does that regularly. That's like standard
Joseph.
fare. I don't need to elaborate. She's petting Cece.
So, you're spending time with Cece, yes?
Yeah?
Cece has gotten distracted by the snow. Is now kind of looking for things to perch on again. And is attempting to climb this fence once more. Much like the early times when you guys showed up here. Is attempting to hop, climb.
Baby boy is not built for getting through the fence. Goddamn.
He's not trying to get through the fence, he's trying to get on top of it.
Nope. Shit, they're still attached. 1 second. There we go.
Yep, oh, hold on. Stop moving.
They were unattached.
Okay.
I detached them.
So you're still attached for me.
Then detach them on your end, motherfucker.
No, it's easier.
Fuck you.
Fuck you!
Fuck you. So baby is trying to get on fence.
Stop becoming my shoresy, motherfucker. Stop it.
No.
So, the baby is trying to get on the fence. Do you help them up? Or do you let them climb up on their own?
She's going to ask him because she knows he understands if he wants any help.
This is... I'm not actually going to say if he does or not. This is one of the moments. I told you there would be a couple moments where little baby CC needs to kind of like... You can basically lean one way or the other for little baby CC's growth. This is a growth moment. Are you leaning to letting him do it on his own? Or are you going to help him up?
Oh.
Honey. You can phone a friend. I can't tell you what the outcomes of this is going to be. So this is just me. I have to be ominous. I'm so sorry.
Well, it's the I have told you what Aurelia would do, and you don't seem to be understanding that, and I'm getting confused.
Okay. So Aurelia's going to ask him? Yes, that's what you wanted. That's what Aurelia's going to do.
Yes,
Ask him.
because, and I can't explain this reasoning, he knows she's there if he needs help or wants help, but she's letting him do this on his own because, babies need to learn how to do things.
I'm going to smack you. Okay.
Why?
Because one of the two things I said are you going to let him do this on his own, or are you going to help him? You just said you're going to let him do it on his own. With optional help. That is an option that you let him do it on his own is what I'm saying. You've chosen to let him do it on his own. Correct?
I guess.
We will pause this. So that there's no miscommunication. You know I despise that. Do we need to?
Do we?
So we can both get clear on this.
It just, sometimes the way you phrase things is too binary for the character action to make sense.
Okay, go ahead and pause.
Unpaused.
Alright, so, Aurelia, you are letting him do it by himself with the option of help if requested.
Yes, so he knows he has support if he needs it.
All right.
That's her baby.
That is her baby.
That's her baby.
And this motherfucker starts to climb. He's attempting to climb. He's not doing the best job, but he's attempting to climb.
She's a baby. Leave him alone.
And as this individual continues to attempt to climb, there is a crack as heavy ass CC starts to crack some of the wood. I'm gaining some weight recently.
He's a growing boy.
But he does make it up to the top of the thing and then just sits there. Mystified, suddenly, as if he'd never seen snow before. He has been confused. Whumpst in the fuck confusion. Whumpst in the fuck should not have gotten you.
It's just kind of funny in the moment. Leans over, looks at the snow, looks at Cece. Something on your mind, little buddy?
No insight needed. Fuck no.
No wrinkles or lumps, or valleys or bumps. So smooth.
If asked the wrong questions, it's a smoothie.
No thoughts, head empty, only staring at the snow.
Mm-hmm. Suddenly, you are all reminded of a very, very old song of where a man believes he has the capability of flight. Orlain, you witness this in live time as you go to take a pot shot at Gade. Catches a little bit of air, and then a puff of snow onto the ground. Just absolutely rung up. Relyn, do you do anything in this timeline?
Relyn is not sulking per se, but she is kind of wet and cold and miserable and contemplative since, everything that happened back in the church. That just doesn't go away in 4 hours.
Shit, yeah.
Like 2 actually. So you know the thing that like the like edgelord kid does in a high school movie where they like sit on the wall with one foot like touching it? She's kind of doing that, but against a tent pole and just
Are
kind of
you-
staring in the middle distance,
Are you?
occasionally catching glimpses of snow flying past Orlain's head.
No. Are you fucking not a phasing Relyn right now?
It might be.
You can't take this action back. The DM will remember this. So as you continue to sulk,
It's not a phase, Mom.
it's something.
Why is Mom having a phase?
Have you seen Orlain?
Oh, yeah.
But as you continue, kind of have this no thoughts in the brain, just focusing on like, I'm okay. This is upsetting me, but it'll be okay. Kind of mentality, like they're doing that. I imagine. Yeah.
Her exact thought process right now is I just embarrassed myself in front of pretty much everybody who I currently care about. The shame is horrible. I hate it. Also, what the fuck is life? Why are we here? What is existence?
You asked that out loud. I'm fucking with you.
No, she wouldn't ask that out loud. Who just talks to themselves? Oh, wait, I do.
Emo kids.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, so that was a. Now I have to ask that as a genuine question. Does she?
She's kind of muttering to herself.
Keep muttering. And then there's just the. You hear something. Before you realize, Relyn, you're a bit too close. You have an audience in the kitchen and peeking out from this tent, listening to you mutter to yourself, just with that raised eyebrow.
Raylan kind of noticing shoots the onlookers, which I assume to be hang on, I gotta go back to it over. Which I assume to be these three.
Is these three, yes.
She kind of
Is it
looks in that
Echo
general
Fuck?
direction with the fuck you looking at? Not having, saying that, but ladies don't swear. Type shit.
The Genasi starts pointing at you, and then you watch the, as the Genasi starts pointing at you, a large Goliath hand reaching out from the tent cuts, just grabbing the hand, putting it down. Don't point. That's rude.
Is there something I can do for you, lot?
No. You seem to be doing a lot of it yourself.
Wrong one.
Oh, right. Stormbreaker. More of a Scottish fucker. Stepping out of the tent, he gets a bit over here. No, you seem to be doing a lot of it yourself. You good?
I have had some things to think about recently. And the best way to do that is to put it into words. I was unaware that you could hear the words, but that is besides the point currently.
Thoughts tend to be louder than you expect them to be when you're not having the best of them. I'd say penny for your thoughts, but we're out of penny. I think your friend used it all.
She cocks her head. Was that an attempt at humor?
No. I mean, I'm literally out of penny pasta. Your friend used it all in the monstrosity.
And the minute he says no in the most genuine voice ever confirmed to be a part of mortal speech, she just starts giggling. Like, not in a mean way, more in like a, I totally actually thought you were joking. What do you mean you're serious? I can't make the giggle that comes out of her mouth physically with my body.
At least you're giggling now. You know, I think we actually have some apple barrels back here. My best apples!
Raylan will kind of
My
point in the
cabbages.
direction of Orlain and Gade and just go, "That's not my problem." That was horrible, Raylan voice, but you get the point.
Yeah.
I think I killed Cherry. Hold on.
You're the worst.
My cabbages.
My cabbage. Not my cabbages. Fuck my apples. He didn't even fully get up. He's still on his
You
knees. He's doing the why God face of just like, me apples.
Help?
I'm
Please.
sorry, I just had Ash come in here chirping at me in concern.
We are quite concerning. But no, Stormbreaker kind of stares at you and just, you ate me apples.
Sorry, what was that in full English? Because I can't.
Did you do that to my apples? He's looking at the slightly damaged barrels that have been melted away at, because if you have frozen fruit, you don't put it next to a full heater.
Relyn kind of.
That's how you make them mushy.
Relyn kind of. No, that was not my doing.
Why are the fruits separated though? Hold on, wait.
Don't you worry about it.
No. Hold on, you bitch. No, the oranges were at the bottom. Why are the apples at the top?
Autism. So as
What?
time kind of passes, Raylan, do you have anything else you want to interact with
No.
Stormbreaker? Ask him anything?
I'm good. She'll actually move away from the group, back here to these like boxes and like sit on
oranges.
one and go back. Yes, and go back to sulking.
Make me a dex save real quick.
Me?
Yes,
A deck?
dex save. Yeah.
Okay. For what purpose?
Oh, one of these guys shot the barrel of oranges. They did clean it up, but it still leaked orange juice. The blood of the orange is innocent, so it's frozen over. And no one went over there again.
You know what? I'm using danger sense for this. I have advantage on dex saving throws against effects I can see will not blinded, deafened, or incapacitated.
Yeah, you see the frozen orange puddle. You're like, what the fuck is that? Give me advantage.
13.
You save, yeah. You do the whoa moment for a bit, but you do save.
And then
I
she'll
know
just
it's a
go back
baby.
to
What the fuck is
sulking.
it doing over here? You got energy.
What was
Anyway.
that? What was that, Raylan?
She's sulking. Kind
Oh,
of.
help me.
As she is sulking, I will describe. Her like gaze in the middle distance keeps getting like firmer and sharper. Like she's squinting at something almost. Something that is just beyond her mind's reach. And then I'll pause.
All right. So, just TLDR for me. Aurelia's being a mom. Got in Orlain. Snowball fight. Tryphon and Dein having absolutely like a moment of
Diane.
Diane and Tryphon having moments of Tryphon Bambi walking with shoes.
Hold on.
And
Really did just
Relyn is over
energy with
here.
Brooke, huh?
Relyn is over here processing the dungeon like a normal person. Correct?
Normal is not how I would describe her eventual reaction, but yes.
What is her eventual reaction?
You'll see later.
I trust you.
You shouldn't.
You've never steered me wrong before. So, with that,
Yet.
this portal illuminates this gate area right here. Gather round, children. Gather round. Follow the arrow.
Okay.
Okay, which fucking way is it going?
Oh,
Yes,
God. Why is
this-
it blue?
Why
Who
is
made
it?
the cursors blue?
Why are you blue?
You can't just ask why somebody's blue.
Come on, man. Nazis exist. That's gonna race.
Oh yeah, I forgot
So,
to add a
re-
little detail. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes. What's the detail?
When Dein cast see invisibility earlier, his golden globe eyes turned blue, like a shimmering blue.
Neat. Sweet. Very neat and sweet.
A treat.
So, this. You rhyming fucks. You're gonna get me one day. The portal gate opens as it kind of illuminates, leading a small beacon into the air, and Rook appears from it. Now shaven again, with a more repaired arm and kind of what most of you, except Tryphon, Relyn, what three of you, except no, now it's just two of you. Fuck. Orlain and Aurelia recognize the mark of a specialist as a cloak over one shoulder. Dein, Relyn, Tryphon, you guys think he just decided to be fashionable.
It looks
'Cause
good
he
on
is-
you.
he-
Yeah.
Thanks. Y'all ready to go?
I'd say so.
Not
So-
disinformative.
I should probably let y'all in on this, and it's you may have your reactions as you wish, and I will accept any punishment or screaming. My base is mobile, so we're not going to my base. We're going to a stationary area for it to stop by and refuel, and we're gonna jump on it when it stops.
Alright, do me a favor real quick though. Think
Yes?
fast. Moon's haunted.
Huh?
I'm sorry, what?
I'm sorry, what?
The
Orlain,
full
what?
accent drops. I beg your fucking pardon.
Moon's haunted. Think fast. That's your
The
first thought.
fuck do you mean the moon's haunted?
Moon's haunted.
How would you even know if the moon's haunted?
I went there.
When?
You just
so
laughed.
that's where you went.
What?
I'm
gonna
sorry,
say-
you knew he went to the moon?
There was a gate spell casted on him. What else?
You didn't think to at least warn the rest of us?
I knew he'd
Not
be
see me go
fine.
running for the entrance.
Hold on, I think it really has something to do with that. I feel
Yeah.
that. Yeah?
I think Aurelia and Orlain had the same brain cell for a hot second.
The moon being
Aurelia
haunted?
might be throwing a snowball at Rook.
Oh, asshole. Great. So, you went where? The fuck?
I same.
He just starts laughing. Like full
I hate-
tears laughing.
What the fuck, people? What? I go on a fucking 3-hour trip. You go to the moon. You're change fucking seasons. Half of you look contempt. Why does the goat have shoes? What the fuck?
No, it doesn't
Hey,
even
they're
technically.
well crafted, and they have a good purpose.
He needs booties because his feeties are cold.
Oh, I could have used this when I had to go take care of the relay.
What relay? What the fuck? Like, at this point, you all recognize Rook's not having any southern. This is full posh of like, what in the fuck happened when I was not fucking here?
You left us unsupervised, obviously.
We're looking
I
at on
think-
people we're laughing.
Well,
Very
no,
true.
technically
Very
Titus
true.
supervised me when I was doing the relay stuff, so
Titus
what?
doesn't count as supervision.
Why you do not leave unsupervised? What the fuck?
Tryphon's just full on ignoring Rook right now.
Could this get any fucking worse? And as if on cue, you all watch a torso-sized snowball take him to the fucking left. And then it just heads up from Kade.
Orlain is dying. Congratulations, Gade. You won the battle.
Gade also gets a nice aim and a thumbs up from Tryphon.
You don't need to aim if you're aiming for the entire body.
You know what? That's
Please
funnier than what I
stop.
was gonna do.
Throwing our employer on the ground.
He's not our employer. He's a dumbass we found in the woods.
Who also shot me, by the way. I mean, admittedly, he wasn't himself, but he did shoot me. Twice.
Orlain
guy
is just
does
like,
those.
hold on, give me a second, give me a second, I need to breathe. Dying
It is
lad.
important.
Kade, the ultimate instigator, going, you need to breathe.
I'm glad Gade did it before me, because I was gonna catapult 5 pounds of snow at Rook.
Ah! What?
Tryphon,
5 pounds? That would have hurt!
Tryphon
But
eventually
it would have been a
does,
lot of snow.
Tryphon does eventually turn to Rook with the sort of with the expression of expecting. Just, well, aren't we going to go?
He hit the fucking ground. He hasn't gotten back up yet. None of you have checked on him. You're all pointing
Yeah,
and
no.
laughing at him.
Yeah, no. Tryphon not checking on him, not doing anything, just looks over at Rook. Is just like, so we going to go or what?
You all watch him summon the gun, hold it in the air, shake like he just lost his cabbages, and desummon the gun standing up. Everyone get on the portal. Get on the gate. Everyone who's coming. Come on. Stand on it.
Why are
All
we
of you
standing on
stand
it?
Huh?
Why?
Stand on the fucking gate. You don't want to go
Alright.
to the base? I'll leave
No.
you here. I don't give a fuck.
No.
Leave the baby here.
The baby is being left here. She had to give him a pat before she went.
And he just stares at all of you and goes, make sure you're all within the circle. Bunch up if you need to.
Tryphon reaches over, drags Dein a bit closer to the circle.
Okay.
All right,
It
good.
suddenly gets very much warmer next to you.
Now, are there any questions you guys have?
Not for you, but turns
Alright, I'm
to
listening.
Tryphon, grins, and goes, "Can I
You don't
borrow
get
your
to-
armor?"
You don't get to ask that question as you are suddenly jettisoned.
Yeah, I figured.
She
All
gets
of you-
answered. Tryphon just doesn't get to respond. He looks over at Orlain. They get teleported. That's
You
it.
guys are right here, by the way. And I need every one of you to make me a con save as soon as you put your token on there. Because he was going to warn you before you all decided to bully the fuck out of him. By the way, if you don't brace properly, this is going to make you sick.
You said a con,
Con
save?
save?
Con save, yeah. It's basically like you just went on a roller
Oof.
coaster. with
Oh,
Misty
that's
Belt.
unfortunate for me.
Hey,
I got a
17.
7.
24.
Got a 7 and 24.
Relyn has the stomach of a god.
No, you do not.
Dein has the stomach of a god.
You got 11. I need one for...
Relyn got a chance to try the soup.
Okay, real quick. What's everybody's rolls? I
I
know
have
they're...
leftovers.
Oof.
Alright, cool.
Alright, Tryphon got a 7.
Tryphon got a 7. Dein got a
Orlain.
21.
Orlain got a 9.
And I think it was Aurelia got an 11.
Yep.
So, Relyn, go ahead and roll for me, please.
I already did. I got 24.
So, Dein and Relyn, you guys save. The rest of you... Your lunches are now on the outside, my dear friends. As Gade has thrown up walked over and fucking punched Rook in the gut. Dick.
Oh. Yeah, teleporting never gets the same.
It's just leaning against. I'm assuming this is a pillar in the center. Just.
Yes, this is the exit pillar.
He's just
Dein is
leaning.
just like putting his left hand on Tryphon's shoulder, just like, yeah, get it out, buddy.
You
The worst,
guys.
no, the worst part is I don't think Tryphon has had anything to eat within the last 3 or 4 hours.
Oh no.
That's all bile. That's burning all the way up.
Stop it.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Just the bile is what it fucks with me. I don't like
Relyn
that.
makes like a little gross note. She makes a noise like an owl about to because owls do vomit bones. Yes. Or
Yeah.
am I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's making
If
that
you
noise
eat
for a
bones
second.
whole, did you
She makes
eat
that noise for a second and then just stops because she totally passed the concept. She got the highest roll.
Yeah. And even if you did hurl, it would just be a large pellet.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Now, with that, Rook looks at everybody going, okay, I'm good. We're gonna split up into 2 teams. You guys on your own, me and Gade are gonna go basically wrangle the train over in this direction. Think you guys can
This
cover
is a
it?
train.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, are we just staying here?
No. No, this place is fucking infested.
Ugh.
I had
Fantastic.
to-
Orlain
to-
looks delighted instantly.
I had to sneak my way into here, which, let that sink in. I had to sneak my way into here. So,
So they're deaf. Got it.
not really. I'm actually, first off, fuck you. I'm a specialist. I'm higher ranked than anybody you've ever met. Second off, I'm competent when I need be, and these fuckers have called for me to be competent. So, me and Gade are gonna go wrangle the train in this direction. You guys just make your way to, and he shows you the overarching map itself. So if you want to zoom out real quick,
Mm-hmm.
this direction. You need to make it to the platform on the north end.
All the way over here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I will say this is one of our stationary bases, one of 4. So if you find anything of value, it's yours to keep. Okay?
Noted, and we'll look around.
I will also kind of give you this warning. Gotta go ahead and make a ramp, and gotta no difficulty makes a ramp leading over here to the roof of a building as Rook summons Rumble. There's probably something in here that's very, very mean or very, very scary. I'm not sure which.
I sure
All I
hope the
know-
fuck it is.
Ooh, ready to fight God. Got it. All I know is that it tore through a fence that it really shouldn't have torn through. So,
Orlain just grins.
Fantastic.
you guys have fun.
Is
How
anyone
long do-
wearing? Okay.
How long do we got to get there?
I can give you guys at least 2 round trips. One maybe an hour away, another 3. So you guys got max 4. You guys got a 4-hour max window to try and get on the train. Or at least get over there to get on the train.
This.
Okay. All right.
We won't need that long.
I don't imagine you would. Don't die. See you guys on the train.
I just need
And
like
he-
5 fucking minutes.
And they
Uh,
both zip off like fucking Santa on a sleigh. But that sleigh's got some horsepower.
At this
Is
point,
anyone on the team wearing
Stand at the
chainmail
door.
by chance?
Okay, hold
Too
on.
many voices.
One at a time. Dane.
Is anyone on the team wearing chainmail by chance?
Yeah.
Not Tryphon.
All right, Aurelia, you are not at the front.
Well, technically, it's just a chain shirt.
Hmm.
She wears full chainmail as a fighter, and I logicked from that she can just wear the chain shirt when she needs to be a class that requires a lighter armor set.
Fair
Are you
enough.
saying that you left some of the mail out of the chain, like disconnected some of the mail from the chain?
Not all the pieces are connected together, so yeah.
All right. So, where'd you put the armor?
She left it back at base with her other things.
All right. Okay. Just need to clarify that.
Do you have the bag of holding currently?
Shit, you're right. It goes in the bag of holding.
Which bag of holding? The actual bag of holding or Buddy?
The actual bag of holding, the one that is Aurelia's bag of holding.
Okay, so you have that?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Because, like, I don't think Aurelia is actively going to sit there and be like, oh no, I left our entire supply of potions back at the base as my armor. Absolutely not.
No, it's in the bag of holding. I did temporarily forget about the bag of holding.
How about you? But yeah,
Anyways,
Valentina
No,
will stick in my white bag.
right.
I was saying that more of it got through a fence that it wasn't supposed to. So metal fence through chainmail. You get the picture.
Yeah. I got you, bud. I
Ren
understand.
was
where
also
you're coming from.
saying something.
Yes.
Somewhere in that confusion, Relyn said something about Orlain near the door, or Orlain like braced the door.
Are you going to say that to
But
Orlain?
We need to leave, though.
I did. It's just it got covered up because too many people tried talking at once.
Yeah.
So I will do it now. Orlain, either barricade or at least stand next to the door. I can't imagine that motorcycle was very stealthy.
I didn't plan for it to be, and he's going to summon the sword.
What does the sword look like? And that will be the last little bit we do before we take a quick 10-minute.
I imagine with, like, the way that things are on when it comes to the moon, it's normally compared to meteorites and stuff like that. However, I think it's a pure white with pockmarks of black, like the moon. And it just has this faint, odd feeling about it. And it looks kind of like a, you're gonna kill me for this. It looks similar to a falchion.
I hate you.
Yeah.
Are you saying you have a falchion designed greatsword right now?
Yeah.
Okay, fuck you.
That's a chopper.
You fucking don't bring Warhammer into this.
That's not even Warhammer. That's literally just it's a big chopping sword.
Right. We'll accept that for now. And with that, we're gonna take a quick 10-minute break. Go use the bathroom, go get num-nums, go get water, whatever you need.
It's almost 3
I will-
hours.
You guys want to go to about 3:30, or you guys want to call it here? And because we do have a game Saturday as well.
I would like to point out there is no way that any sort of combat takes at minimum 30 minutes for us.
That is true.
To be fair, it is the full 5 of you, and I'm gonna be completely honest. There are varying types of HP in this goddamn bit. And
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're probably going to have to save this for Saturday's session.
Yeah.
So we want to call it there for tonight?
Sure.
I guess.
Close, whatever.
Is that a yes unanimous?
I believe so? Question mark?
Well, the thing that I want to do, we're not going to be able to get to, so.
You will.
In 30 minutes?
not in 30 minutes, but I'm typing something to you right now.
Okay.